Hello, everybody. This is JD again. It's me. And I don't have my suit, my turtleneck on. I just got a pullover on today. I guess I'd like you to see me in different ways, different settings that JD, can be hidden in. The truth is, I did a video about let's do the Obama. And a few people said, well, if you're going to do a satire, you got to do this, you got to do that. Satire is supposed to be quick, satire is supposed to be short, a satire this. It wasn't meant to be a satire. It is something I feel that's going to happen in the future. About 20 years from now, some of you who listen to this video will say, how did he know that? Because you're going to hear the expression, doing the Obama. That's a person who blames everybody else for the problems that they're having that they aren't handling or handling improperly. But that's all it is. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's a very sad truth. It shows the lack of leadership, the lack of personal integrity, tongue getting away, integrity, lack of self-pride for the individual. I would rather admit I made a mistake than to blame it on other people. So, it's not meant to be satire, people. It's just a sad, simple truth that I feel down the road is going to happen. That we have an individual in the White House who cannot admit he is wrong. Well, last one we had like that was Nixon. Now, hate to bust the bubble on some of you people. There's a very strong possibility that John Hanson, the very first president of the United States, might have been black. So you Democrats, there's a very strong possibility you did not elect the first black American president of the United States of America. There was presidents under the Articles of Confederation of the United States of America. It is still the United States of America. It would have been different, and you could have got away with the arguments that you use if, when the Constitution came into effect, let's say Canada or Mexico became part of the United States of America, then it would not have been the original 13 colonies. But the Constitution is just a modification of the Articles of Confederation, which is a modification of the Declaration of Independence, which is a modification of the 13 original colonies, ran and controlled by England and Parliament. It was still the same country by different names. It doesn't take away the history. I watched on TV these people bring it up about a school that doesn't accept history as it really is. It's really a shame if we, the United States of America, has to lie about our own history. If we can't accept our history as it is really happened, then what does that say about the people we are? Politically correct is not the way of the American people. The American people believe truth holds the weight. I didn't even plan to get on this, but it just came across. If we can't accept our history, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that sounds familiar. Good, bad, and ugly, huh? The American history as it is, then what good are we as a people? There is good things we've done, and there's bad things there's done. There's terrible things we've done. There's ugly things we've done. And there's wonderful things we've done as a people. But that is our history. That is our heritage. You take out parts of it. You take out why it is there. Example. Why is the Constitution of the United States there? Why does it start with we the people in order to form a more perfect union? Unless you have the history under the Articles of Confederation, you don't know. You go from the revolution to form a more perfect union? Was there a problem with the union prior to the revolution? Don't know. So by taking out the history of the Articles of Confederation, you lose why the Constitution was written. Taking out what Parliament did prior to the Revolutionary War, you lose the reasons for the Bill of Rights. You see, things are done because of things that happened prior to it. The history of the United States people is written on cause and effect. Somebody needs to sit down and say, oh, let's make a great country or write a constitution. Yeah, that looks like a good constitution. Let's throw in some bills of rights. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go. No, that ain't what happened. It was a step by step by step. You study prior to the Revolutionary War what the British government and Parliament was doing to the colonies. And you got the Bill of Rights. Every single one of them. Why did the people come here in the first place? Freedom of religion. A lot of them came here for freedom of religion. What is the very first thing in the Bill of Rights? Government shall have no say over religion and freedom of the free exercise of religion. That's the very first thing. Well, yeah, that's why the Pilgrims came here. That's how Maryland got to be existed. That's how Rhode Island got to. And actually Connecticut too, because they didn't believe everything that the Pilgrims did. Believe up there, I know New England history. In Virginia and the other states, you know. Then, when the British, before the Revolution, tried to stop the Revolution by confiscating all weapons. Oh, there's the Second Amendment. Wow. And they did make it so that you could not gather or you could not freely speak. It could be a crime to say something against the crown. This is all history. And the Articles of Confederation is history. The United States is a continuing history from the time the Plymouth Rock to coast to coast. And today. And it's good, it's bad, and it's ugly. But the truth has to be said as it was, not what we like it. Now, I told you several years ago that someday I will explain to you, and you'll understand why I am a leader and others are not. Well, if you look on the internet now, people like myself, some of them are professors, some of them are this and some of that, are starting to think about maybe they could be president. You know, they hear me and listen to me and they say, wow, you know, I got better qualifications. I went to more school than he did. I did this more than he did. Or I was an officer in the military and I'm just as good. You're right. But you see, the difference is I'm the one that's taking the steps first. You are following. Therefore, that makes me the leader. And I accept the consequences for my decisions and what I've done. And if it has gotten you people up off your duff and starting to believe that you got to get involved in this country and the government, wow, I have done a lot. And I'd be very proud of that responsibility of saying yes. So, people, our history must be truthful and honest. Not curved to be a side that's, well, this is good or this is bad. No, we can't tell our people in school about this, but we can about that. No, history has to be built. Now, the details get more as you get further into your education. Like teaching American history in third grade is not like teaching American history in high school. The details of American history during high school will be a lot greater than that of third grade. Third grade, it's all like Reader's Digest version. Yes, this happened, this happened, this happened. You know? And people go on from there. We can't shortchange our children on education. Like I explained to my daughter, she's learning the exponents, multiple of tens, exponents, like 1,500 would be written as 1.5 times 10. 1, 2, 3. 3 times, something like that. Times 10 to the third exponent. But she's learning that, and I said, why did that come into existence? And she said, for writing long numbers. I said, no. Actually, that is not why it came into existence. They were always writing out long numbers. It came into existence because you couldn't do a very, very large number on a slide rule. Ooh, what's a slide rule? Oh, that's one of those fancy rulers that have a little piece of plastic with a line in it and a middle section that moves in and out. And by going and moving everything around and reading it, you could do multiplication, divisions, and up to some very, very extremely large numbers if you know how to use the exponent system. See? That's why it came into existence. Because you couldn't do 2 something billion dollars divided by 2,400, but you could do 2.5 to the exponent of something divided by 2.4 to a smaller exponent, and that would give you an answer. See? Education means a lot to people. Our history means a lot. And people, believe me, my thing about doing the Obama was not meant to be sarcastically making fun of Obama. It was just explaining what I feel is a very bad truth about our current executive branch of government. Sorry. That's the way I feel. So that's what doing the Obama is all about. And who knows, somewhere down the road, people may refer to someone who always blames everybody else for everything that goes wrong when they are the ones making the decisions and causing everything to go wrong. And blaming it on everything but them. Doing the Obama. And it's not meant to be a sarcastic pun on the president. It's meant to be a very sad truth to you, the people. Well, that's all this is about. Nothing else. You all have a nice day. This is JD. Remember, I want you to understand how important the truth is, how important the Constitution is, how important our government is. But you must understand one thing more than anything else. Our Constitution is actually a living document. By that, it needs living people to make it work. You, the people. Without your participation, without you doing the voting, without you supporting and helping your candidates, without you doing the very, very necessary core of our political government, the Constitution does not work. You are the ones that make it work. You ought to remove those governmental officials that are not satisfactory. Look at the short term some of them have. Some go only 2 years. Gosh, If they can't get their act together by then, you remove them. Someone yells, "Oh, Congress needs term limits." They don't have it. They got a term limit. If you don't like how they're working, you just select somebody else. You fire them. They've just reached their term limit. Same thing goes with your senators. They just put the presidential one because George Washington thought he was getting kind of old and decided 2 terms was enough for him. But actually, George Washington was involved in running this country for a lot longer than 8 years. A real lot longer. His whole life was built around that. Just about. So, people, this is JD. Check me out on YouTube. Channel JD Crow. See the videos I have. Listen to them. Like this one. If you agree with me, help and support me. Get active in your government. Make it work. We together can fix our nation. I alone can't. I'm not going to make that promise to you. But us together, we can. I will promise you that. If you disagree with what I'm saying, hey, let me know. I want to know. And together we can talk about it. You just might have a better idea, a better way of doing something. Something that could greatly help this country. Because I am not all-knowing, all-knowledgeable, or even close to perfect. And don't put me in that group. Because the last person that walked the earth like that, they crucified him. And that looks like an awful way to go. So please, listen to what I say. Get active in the government. If you agree with me, help me. If you disagree, let me know. But if you don't get active, it's not going to get better. And we together can fix this nation. So this is JD, the person that don't exist, telling you all that if I can raise the money, I am going to run again in 2016. Now they put a requirement. You got to have raised $5,000 before you can register. Well, actually 15 days or 10 days after you register, you got to send that information in. So basically you got to raise $5,000. And that's coming down the road. Right now, I just want to tell you, my doing the Obama is a sad, terrible truth about our current executive branch. Not a pun. Not something to make fun of. It's very sad. The history of our country needs to be as it has been, the truth. Our Constitution works only when you all participate. Each and every one of you. By the way, for you who don't vote, you got to understand this, and this is true. If you don't vote, you automatically voted for whoever won the election. So all you people who did not vote, you automatically voted for Obama. So if you say, I didn't vote, but you did. You all have a nice day. You can disagree all you want, but those who do not vote automatically vote for those who win. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is JD. If you agree with me, help me. And I'm serious. Help me. Tell people about me. If you disagree, let me know. We can discuss it and go from there. Thank you. 2016 is coming awfully fast. Have a nice day. Whoa, 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 whoa.